Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
Loveline.
Hey, it's Loveline. I'm Adam, that is Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician, addiction medicine specialist, and a money-grubbing Hebe. All right. Thank God most of our listeners are familiar with that term. Our guest tonight is Evan Handler. Evan is from It's Like You Know, the ABC series. Jennifer Gray's on that one, and actually a real good cast.
Speaking of money-grubbing Hebes, eh? I didn't say that.
You can't say that.
No, and I didn't.
Jennifer's been on this show. I think she actually liked me for about 10 minutes, but then she went south on me.
South hard, too. I mean, all the way.
How long did you like her for?
Still does.
I liked her the 10 minutes just after she stopped liking me. So we had about a 20-minute affair. She took the first 10. I took the second 10.
Right. I've had relationships like that.
It's another one of those case in points where the woman can be, like, attractive until say the wrong thing, and then it's just a complete negative.
She didn't like the fact that I talked my groin before I left the house. I told her it was a service that I was providing for the community. She didn't see it that way. And she
what an
went
unusual
south on me.
reaction.
Yeah.
Imagine that?
Yeah, most chicks are flattered when I tell them to do extra talcum for them. You know, in between showers.
Sure.
Evan is, It's Like You Know. Now, you help me out with this show.
I'll help you as best I can.
It came out last year.
Right.
And it was, there was some buzz about it. And it's a good show. I've watched this show. It's breaks the sort of, formatically breaks the sitcom format, and I like that. And it's smart, and it's well written, and it was around for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Then it went away for a little bit. Then it came back.
Yeah. You know, well, everything went away because of that show, you know, Who Wants to Do Whatever with a Millionaire.
Oh, yeah. Geez, I bet everyone at ABC just wants to kill Regis.
No, I think they want to do everything else to Regis. They're deeply grateful to Regis at the moment.
Well, I think the executives probably are, but
everyone else.
the talent,
yeah,
is
and
probably,
everyone on every other network too.
Right.
Well, you know, I don't know that the programmers have the deepest imaginations.
No, whatever's working is whatever's hot, and it's whatever.
Tonight's lineup was Spin City, Dharma and Greg again, then Spin City again. So it's sweeps month. You know, they go with whatever's working the best.
Right.
So we're coming back in December, Wednesday nights at 8:30.
Yeah, you know, and that would be, ABC, 8:30. You know what I like? I hear a lot in the TV world now with the all-new episode. And they go, you know, coming up this week on an all-new episode of Third Rock. And I think to myself, just go with the new episode. The all, not necessary, because I haven't seen many episodes that were sort of partially new.
Yeah, they're those mostly new episodes.
We took an old episode and we put a few jokes into it and we rehashed it. Now we're presenting it again. You know, I don't need the all-new part. But anyway, It's Like You Know, we met, or I shouldn't say we, I think I met over at the Late Show, one of the actors on the show. Oh,
Chris
can't think
Eigenman.
of his name, yeah.
Yeah.
A very nice guy.
Yes, he's a good guy.
And enjoys the Loveline, or so he says. So,
we all enjoy the Loveline, Adam.
really?
Oh, yeah.
Even Jennifer?
I don't know about Jennifer.
No, Jennifer.
We don't speak.
After our pass. Now,
You're my stern but groovy master, Adam.
There she is.
that's her. Now, for those of you who don't know, Evan plays the bald, sort of eccentric, rich, I guess, native Angelino,
Yes.
who
The existential multimillionaire.
sort of hangs out in his Hollywood Hills home and comments on what's going on around him. But I don't know anything more than that about your character. Where did he make his money? How come he doesn't leave the house?
It's old money, comes from the family. He's never worked a day in his life. I don't think it's really accurate. He never leaves his house. He's just, you know, he's never participated in society. Never
Right.
had to. Doesn't have to follow any of the rules everybody else follows, you know, to make a buck, basically.
That's what I'm...
He's sort of a Chauncey Gardner type, if you like the movie Being There.
Yes.
It's dating us all, but yes.
Yeah. I date myself even worse. I call him a postmodern Edith Bunker.
Ooh.
And the thing that's interesting about
just groans.
Evan that Drew is going to be excited about is he had 2 bouts of acute leukemia.
That
I'm
gets
reading
Drew
here.
excited?
Wow.
Yeah, he likes it when
AML?
when people get sick.
Yeah, AML.
Wow.
Yep.
And they didn't give you much chance.
Did you get a bone marrow transplant?
I had an autologous bone marrow transplant in
Fantastic.
'88.
Fantastic.
What's autologous?
That means they actually sucked bone marrow out of my body.
They treat his bone
treated
marrow.
it. They
And
call
put
it
it back?
purged it.
Right.
Then they give you super lethal doses of chemotherapy. Basically, they poison you to death.
Right.
And then they give the bone marrow back. They call it a rescue dose.
Right.
The euphemisms are just incredible. So yeah, using your own bone marrow instead of a donor's bone marrow.
Right, so take your bone marrow out, treat it, kill the cancer, and then put the bone marrow back in.
Yeah,
treat it-
kill it in the bone marrow.
Sounds like
and kill everything in the human.
They
Right.
treat it to dinner.
Put it back.
And is the bone marrow responsible for the immune system?
It's
or
responsible
very
for-
connected to it?
It's where the white cells are produced, and they're responsible for the immune system.
And the thing that was always interesting to me about the bone marrow transplant is I thought they had to go to each and every individual bone, just like I used to suck on
Like with
chicken
a big
bones when I
lobster
was a
cracker,
kid.
right? A big lobster cracker. and they crack them open.
Along as heroin syringe, suck the marrow out and put it back in, but the marrow finds its way to the bone, does it not, when they put it in you?
And not only that, transplant is sort of a misnomer. Even when it comes to kidneys and hearts and things, they just sort of plant. You know, they transit from somebody else and don't take yours out. They just plant one in you.
Oh, they don't take yours out?
No.
No, wait a minute. If they transplant your liver, they take your liver out.
Liver, they take out, I believe, but heart sometimes they don't take out. Kidney
Really?
they don't take out. Yeah.
Really?
Does this guy know what he's talking about?
I don't think
Kidney
so.
they never take out.
And they just sort of...
the kidneys are put right here. This is where the kidney transplant.
Why don't
You wouldn't
they take-
believe where he's pointing.
Why wouldn't they take out your old kidneys?
Why would they? They're not working.
To make
Well,
room
that's
for
why.
the new one.
Yeah.
You don't need to.
We're just carrying
It's
around
very
extra
fucking-
baggage?
I can
You just
only...
put them in a pouch here. You rehook it everything up to it.
If they
down
give you a
here.
new eye, do they like put it in the middle of your forehead and
You
leave?
can't do that yet.
Yeah, then you have to wear a leather gi and fight a Cyclops. That is bizarre to me. I mean, so I just equate everything to sort of like, stereo equipment.
Right.
You get a new stereo, you pull the old stereo out, you put it in the garage.
I'm with you.
All right. But when they do bone marrow transplants, don't they just inject the
Yes.
bone marrow into the
Into your
bloodstream?
veins. Yes,
That's
exactly.
right.
And
It goes to the right place.
it goes right, and it makes its way inside of the bone?
Yeah.
I'm so not used to sharing my space with a doctor when we talk about bone marrow transplants, because usually I'm like on the radio railing against the doctors.
Why?
Oh, because my whole book is about how badly I was treated.
As a human, even though.
No, as a human and as a patient.
But I mean,
But you're alive.
well
No, I mean,
treated
like,
in terms of the,
no.
leukemia was well treated.
No.
You were-
I mean, some places, but some places just awful treatment. Some places like, Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. I mean, literally, like unbelievable malpractice episodes and
Wow.
Yeah.
But they did, or you did, with their help, beat the leukemia, right?
yeah, and getting yourself to another state, to another center, and basically taking your care away from a doctor who was just a monster, and having other doctors tell you you're endangering your care by switching. I mean, just the whole gamut of every possible.
Where did you get the good care finally?
Johns Hopkins Hospital in Baltimore. Great bone marrow transplant unit. Yeah.
Well,
So
Drew,
no kidding, they weren't doing bone marrow transplants at that point?
They were, and they sort of like came to my room like salesmen, because they were going to do their first 2 patients
Part of
with
a study.
AML,
Part of a study.
like we and like we offer our transplants, Evan, with radiation.
Yeah.
Like opening their sales case there.
oh my God. And it's been 10, 11 years,
Since the bone marrow transplant, yeah.
and everything's good?
Yeah, considered to be long cured. The
Good, yeah.
recurrences
That's
of
over.
that happen very quickly.
Do you still go in for semi-annual checkups or something to see how it's doing,
I
or
go
are you
for
done?
annual checkups for the leukemia, and every time I get a cold or stub my toe, I go in to make sure I'm not dying of something else.
Very good.
I'm physically cured, and
Well,
the
listen,
psychological effects are long-lasting.
Anyone who's had leukemia and a few bone marrow transplants, I'll let them go in
Yeah.
when they stub their toe. The rest of you stay home. Gloria,
Hello.
you're 28, right?
Yes.
What's up?
I'm having problems with my relationship.
All right. What do you want?
I would like to know if I should leave him.
Yes.
My husband of 7 years had been molested, raped by 4 men when he was in Boy Scouts.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. And how's that manifesting itself now?
I had noticed some bleeding anal bleeding on his underwear. I'm worried that he may be homosexual. I'm worried about my child around him.
All right. Why are you worried that he's homosexual? Because of the blood spots in his underwear?
Yes.
Well, nothing that particularly leading about that. But listen, why now? You've known about his history for a long time. It's the same guy you've known for 7 years. Why are you worried all of a sudden?
He has been making pornographic screensavers on the computer, obsessed with anal sex.
With women?
Mostly, yes, women and anal sex.
Women?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So you were working the homosexual angle there, Gloria.
Yeah.
That's why we made the stipulation between the men and the women, you see? Right. All right. And you're kind of uptight or out of it, or what's your problem? Or angry. Is that what it is? Hey, Gloria? I'm
Yes?
trying to get a beat on you. I can't figure out dumb or mad or uptight or... I think you're kind of pissed off. Are you angry?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, don't be angry with us, please. Let's have a civil dialogue here.
Okay.
What else is he doing?
Abusive, raping me.
Oh, all right. Well, now that's something.
You could have brought that up front.
Yes.
That's reason enough to leave the guy, right? And certainly to try to get some help, maybe domestic violence assistance, or just get a therapist of your own and really start to get to work on this.
How many kids do you have?
One child.
And what's up with you that you're with this guy? I mean, is there anything in your past that would be familiar to this sort of situation?
I always believed that he was chastising me.
Now, what happened to
Never
you?
happened.
What happened to you growing up to lead you to want to be in that kind of relationship? Were you physically abused, emotionally abused?
No, never was.
No. So everything
What'd you say?
Never.
everything was good with you.
Yes.
And now this guy's raping you, and you're staying with him?
Yes.
So that doesn't fit.
How many times has he raped you?
For 7 years.
Are you on medication, Gloria?
No.
Or do you do drugs?
No.
Why is it Gloria, we do this show every night, although we only pay attention about 3 nights out of the week, but it still adds up to be a lot of shows. And we know that nobody gets in a relationship and gets raped for 7 years who comes from
Perfection.
something healthy. So can you tell us something about your past? Your father, what kind of guy was he?
My father never touched me.
Yeah, what about you? Okay, I'm not going to go through the whole list. Did anybody touch you?
No.
Nobody. Nobody physically or sexually ever did anything to you?
No.
When did you lose your virginity?
I really don't want to talk about that.
Well, see, now we're getting somewhere. Seriously, how old were you?
Okay, I was molested when I was 6.
All right.
Hey, Gloria, let me ask you something. Who called who? Did we call you and wake you up and ask you all sorts of prying questions about molestation, or did you call this goddamn show wanting some answers?
Answers.
All right, then. Please.
Is it me? Am I having a problem, or is he having...
Well, your problem is that you're hanging in with this.
Right.
Not doing something about it.
He's
You're
not a
victim.
good guy. I'm sorry that he was victimized when he was young, but you were victimized as well, and now you're both sort of acting out your roles, and his roles as a victimizer and yours as a victim.
You must get some help.
You got to get help. You have to get therapy for the sake of your child so that your child doesn't become a victim, and you probably have to get out of this relationship. Okay,
At
Gloria?
least you need some structure in the home to
Oh, boy.
protect you from the domestic violence. Got to report this.
See, this show, even though people don't look at psychology as a science, we look at it as a science. I mean, it is an
predictable.
exact science, and
Very
nobody
predictable.
stays with anybody who rapes them for 7 years unless there was something before that. I'm not saying they were raped for 7 years by their father, but there's something that sets them up for that, and we dragged it out of Gloria. And people say, well, why is it important that you drag that out of Gloria? Because it's important that Gloria looks at that, solves that, so she doesn't hook up with another rapist, essentially. All right. Well, that was a happy way to start the show, Drew. Let's see if we can take another rape
going to
call.
recommend a bone marrow transplant, but I really don't think it would be helpful in that case.
No?
Couldn't hoit, as the
distract her.
as the Jewish doctor would say. There's 2 Jew jokes in the first 15 minutes of the show. Christina?
Hanukkah coming up tomorrow night?
Yeah, that's why. Christina, is Hanukkah starting tomorrow night?
3 days or something?
Oh,
Right.
they start that stuff earlier. Yeah, I swear it's going to be in October in 3 years. All right, please stop that mediocre crap. Christina?
Krista?
Adam Sandler's such a genius.
Krista.
Krista, hi.
Yeah, Krista, what's up?
I had sex on Friday night, and
Saturday
I
night?
had my period for a long time. So
Well, hold on. My God. When did you have sex?
Friday night,
Friday night. Okay.
I thought you said Saturday.
That's what I thought she said, too. Go ahead.
and I was wondering about the morning after pill. How long you could take it after?
72 hours.
Okay.
That's 3 days.
Do the math. Are we there?
Yeah.
Can you rush out and get it?
Right now?
There's a number you can call.
Huh?
Is the
All right, hold on a second, Christina.
Krista.
I mean, Krista, I've said it 1,000 times with the world's dumbest callers. I want to, one day, I want to challenge other shows. Other shows think they have stupid callers. I know we have stupid callers, and I would put the stupidity of our callers up against any other show in America. I really would, Drew. You understand? I'd put it up against Art Bell, the guy who's on at 4 a.m. with people talking about concentric circles and flying saucers.
It's
and
also
whatnot.
like waiting till Monday night to call you guys instead of going to the bookstore on Saturday or Sunday to try to answer the same question.
Okay, the number is or the web.
Drew's Web?
DrDrew.com. They'll give you this info right away.
You think she has a computer?
1-888-NOT-2-LATE. 1-888-NOT-2-LATE, and they can refer you to a provider nearby and get you the morning after.
I still didn't know if it was Friday or Saturday. I want to try one more
jot that
time.
down myself. Not too late.
Important number.
Krista,
Huh?
which night did you have sex?
Friday.
Friday.
You changed phones. You changed phones, didn't you?
No.
Okay.
Why is it so much clearer?
I don't know.
All right, so Krista, you had unprotected sex.
Yes.
Okay, don't do that again, and hurry up and get that morning after pill.
If I get it like tomorrow morning,
Too late.
I'm planning on getting it tomorrow morning.
Too late.
It's too late?
Well, is it 72 hours?
72. 24 times 3.
The window closes after 72 hours.
Drew, when you're sleeping, does the time keep moving forward?
Time moves. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
Clock keeps turning.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No wonder I'm late.
What
I'm
a
always
jip.
late. I'm always like 8 hours late. Because I'll nap right before I have to be somewhere. All right. Krista, is this your boyfriend?
No.
Okay. Honey, you're going to get more pregnant again or something. You understand? You're 15.
Well, one of my friends told me that if I had sex again, then I wouldn't get pregnant.
All right, but
Krista, please, who told you
those
that?
are your friends.
That's because you're already pregnant.
I don't know if I'm pregnant.
Yeah, but if you have sex again when you're pregnant, you can't get pregnant twice. But if every time you have sex, you can get pregnant. Every single time.
But if you get pregnant a third time, you can get pregnant a third time. Or am I wrong?
Wrong.
Okay, I'm
Krista?
sorry.
Every time.
Krista,
What?
for you, your family, and society,
future, yes.
please go get that morning after pill, all
I
right?
already said it was too late.
No, tomorrow morning is too late.
Go out tonight and find it.
There's no chance.
Why?
Because I have no way to get it.
Did you write the phone number down?
Yes.
You going to call that number?
Huh?
You going to call that number?
Okay.
And they'll tell you how to get it, okay?
Okay.
All right. Oh, boy. I know I go off twice a week now on this topic, but do we want the Kristas of the world having kids? Is that what we're interested in as a society? Is that what our government would like more of? More Kristas with kids? And if the answer to that is no, and I believe it's a resounding no by any sane member of this society, then why the F can't we get this drug out there, this morning after pill? Why are people fighting us on this? Why, when somebody wants to put it over at the Kmart pharmacy, do they protest against it so that those pussies pull it off the shelves? What is that? What is in it for us and you as an individual if you're listening to this show? What's in it for you, Krista, having a kid? You know what I'm saying? What's in it for you?
They believe it's going to give them someone who loves them, somebody meaning.
I know what's in it for Krista, but what's in it for the a-holes that are protesting against the morning after? Are your taxes not high enough? Have you not built enough prisons yet? Do you not have a large enough police force? What about social services? Are these folks bored and looking for things to do? Or are we all overtaxed and overburdened as it is? Let's stop screw-ups from having as many screwed-up kids. It's the easiest math in the world as a society. It's just the easiest thing in the world. I don't care if you're talking about overpopulation, or you're talking about prison population, or you're talking about unemployment or lack of opportunity, education, urban congestion. Whatever the topic is, it all can be traced down to too many people having too many kids that they shouldn't have. So let's do everything within our power to reasonably put an end to this problem. Somebody comes up with the morning after pill. Someone like Christina should have this in her medicine cabinet of the trailer that she's living in. And she should have access to this. Now, you may say, well, that's just going to give her a license to have sex.
No.
Christina, the 15-year-old Christinas of the world are going to get nailed any goddamn way you slice it. Whether they got a condom, whether they have a RU-486, whether they have the morning after pill, they're getting it on. And I think I have some documentation to back me up on this. It's called society. Do you understand? She's getting laid anyway, and how can you argue with us? She's gotten laid. The reality is she's going to get laid, and she's not going to do anything about it. This sort of argument that once you provide contraception or a form of contraception that forces people to then have sex is ridiculous.
It's like saying if you have a fire extinguisher in your kitchen, it's going to force you to use flames, flambe everything.
Right. You're going to start cooking with a blowtorch.
Yeah.
But that is the thought, isn't it? I mean, the people, the a-holes, as you said,
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
No, I think
they think that basically if this stuff isn't available, that these people will stop having sex because they'll be so terrified of what might happen.
No, it's actually,
but obviously that's not the case.
It's not so much what I run into anyway. What I run into is people who don't understand the science that's out there about how these pills work. There's about a 10-year period of time when the medical community was trying to decide, do these morning after pills work by suppressing ovulation and preventing pregnancy, or by allowing a pregnancy to occur and preventing implantation? It's overwhelmingly clear that it works by preventing ovulation.
But they're also
so they're saying it's a form of abortion. So they would be against IUDs. They would be against. The fact is, the probability of it preventing implantation is about the same as the normal birth control pill used the way it's designed to be used, preventing implantation.
All right, but Drew, what you're using logic, and I'm saying these people are going off of emotion, and it's the same thing with something like the needle exchange program I was talking to our guest with last night, which is they're not for it, not because it won't work, because it's a subtle punishment. In a sense, we're not going to condone 15-year-olds having sex. We're not going to condone junkies shooting up. Therefore, we're not going to participate in it. Meanwhile, the junkie shares a needle, and his buddy he shared a needle with is going to bang your daughter, and you're going to get it. Or she's going to get it. All right. The sound of the cowbell means it's time to go to break. Actually, it means it was time to go to break 4 minutes ago. We will take ourselves a little break. Evan Handler's here tonight from It's Like You Know, ABC, 8:30 Wednesday. That's it, new time. And we'll be back to rant after this.
Loveline.
Loveline. We'll be right back.
There we go. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That'd be Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Evan Handler's here tonight from It's Like You Know, Wednesday nights now. ABC, 8:30. And also has a book out called Time on Fire, my comedy of terrors. And this is a book that Evan wrote about the leukemia, right? The transplants and all that stuff?
It's about leukemia, my sex life in the hospital, sexual fantasies about psychic healers. It's about as much sex as you could have in a book about leukemia.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, I'm looking at the edge here. I'm not seeing pictures. That's kind of an immediate turnoff
but not
for
by the
me.
books.
That's right.
When I buy a book, the first thing I do is I put the book on its edge, and I look for the gray streaks that mean pictures to me.
Bunches of pictures.
Bunches, yeah, little groups of pictures. And if I don't see those, well, I just keep walking.
He's still looking for the pictures. Look, he's flipping through looking for pictures.
I'm thinking I may have missed something, but no, there's some words. What is that, when they take the letters and they put them together?
Words? Yeah.
Words.
Then they string the words together.
And there's phrases.
That's a page?
Sentences.
Sentence, okay. And what's that place where they keep the books again, Drew?
Bookstore or library?
Library, that's the one. Yeah, see, to me, that's always confused. Like, no book in that title at all, you know what I mean? All books. Nothing about a book. Called what again?
Library.
Library. That's right. All right. You got some kind of special pass to get in there or something someone's telling me
To
about?
take the books out, yeah.
Do people still use them? That's like
No.
a quaint thing from my childhood.
No.
In New York, they're just places where homeless people hang
Yeah,
out.
that's right. That's right. Crazy, homeless, unemployable people go there and, just sit and read.
And surf the web.
Yeah, use, I buy them computers is basically is how it works. Kayla,
Hi.
you're 19. What's up?
Yeah, I was thinking about donating my eggs, and I just wanted to know what the negative side effects were in general, and especially in regards to future fertility.
Of harvesting your eggs?
Yeah. Well, donating them.
Well, they have to be harvested before they can be donated.
Yeah, okay.
And
Well, how smart's that kid going to be?
there are there are several procedures out there now. The main thing, though, you have to understand is that they take your ovaries and they overstimulate them in an abnormal and extra physiologic way to create as many follicles, as many eggs as possible. And they either go in through a laparoscope or with a long needle through the side of the vagina and suck those eggs out.
Hey, does it make sense to going through the side of something that already has a gaping hole in it? I mean, it's like you opening your garage door and then busting the stucco out of the side to get to the car.
Somehow I have a problem with the word gaping in that sentence.
Unusually large hole compared to the other orifices in one's body. Isn't the vagina the largest of all orifices, Drew?
It can accommodate.
Bigger than J.J. Walker's mouth?
And the problem with this is
Oh, my.
there are complications that can occur when you stimulate the ovaries like that. They can grow so big they can actually outgrow their blood supply and die. So that could impact fertility. And there is a finite risk of increasing the risk of ovarian cancer, and nobody knows what that is yet.
How much can you get for these harvested eggs?
Well, I found a website, and you choose your minimum bid. Like, they bid on your eggs because
God,
you're
it's Priceline.com for ovaries and eggs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw
Name your
Shatner.
price.
Shatner did a spot for the egg
line.
auction. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great. He's going to auction his rug off, I think, on one of them as well.
No, it's for girls who are really, really smart and pretty as well, basically. It's
Right.
for people who want.
So how does that work? You send in a picture of yourself
Yeah, and then you'll...
and a SAT score?
She's doing some promoting here. It's great. She's got it down.
Really smart.
What are they? And Kayla,
Yeah.
so I'm guessing you're attractive.
I'm average, I think. But
I'll tell you
I'm
what.
Smart,
Why
so...
don't we do this? Let's take it to the next step. You're smart and you're attractive, right?
Yeah.
How about I knock you up and you sell the kid? You know what I mean? We really cash in.
I don't think we get as much, necessarily.
Well, I don't...
You spoiled the soup, Adam.
Broth. Listen, I have 2 TV shows and a goddamn radio show. Now, come on.
I know.
That's impressive.
Well, yeah, and you're pretty cute, too.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what he was after.
Now we're back. And listen, I don't want anything except for the initial consultation.
I don't know, though, if they're going to take her eggs with the visual impairment that she has.
All right, wise ass. Kayla? You don't... So what would you ask for your eggs? I mean, how much?
Well, I would ask for probably $50,000. The minimum that you do ask for is $15,000.
Right.
That, like, the prettier you are or the smarter you are, you can ask for more.
I heard somebody
The
got $1.5 million
maximum-
or something. Right?
The maximum you can ask for is $150,000.
It is.
So, but people bid higher than your minimum.
What about the sort of moral implications? I mean, the fact that there may be another one of you, in a sense, but at least partially biologically running around in the world. You don't think that would affect you in some
Yeah,
way?
it won't bother me at
Well,
all.
that's even kind of esoteric, but I mean, Drew just laid out some really real, concrete physical risks. I guess
Right.
the question that I would ask is, if somebody sat you down and said, okay, list those physical risks and put a dollar number next to each of those, like, okay, what would becoming sterile be worth to you? How much money would that take?
Now that I've heard that, I don't think I'm going to do it.
Okay.
And Evan,
Because I want to have kids of my own.
okay,
So.
you do sound smart. And what most 19-year-olds, the way they think, though, they can't really conceptualize their mortality. They can't conceptualize that something could even happen to them, even though they know the facts. That's not going to happen to me. So let's go.
Well, also, too, when you're poor, I'm just sort of thinking back on my days of being poor, you will do things for money. I mean, you will do things for money. I mean, 50 grand.
Something you want to tell us?
I did some gay porn in the late 70s.
I
Come on.
knew it.
Come on. It was a very cold winter, 79. Everyone was doing it back then. No, I mean, I thought about stuff like I remember they were talking about construction crews going to Kuwait and stuff and rebuilding, and you could make $45 an hour or something. I was like, so you breathe in, so you get shot at, or you breathe in some oil well fire or something. But hey, if I could have done it, I mean, the idea of making $3,000 a week or something for 6 months in Kuwait while I got shot at and inhaled noxious fumes or whatever, well, I would have done it in a heartbeat. Absolutely. I mean, you know what I mean? If you're living on your own, you're poor and whatever, and someone says $50,000 and there's a 5% chance you may be sterile, you'll jump on that. Absolutely. I wish I had some eggs. Sean?
Yeah.
I don't have eggs. Do I, Drew?
You might.
Okay, you want to look after the show?
No.
Evan?
No, thanks.
Just a little peek? No, I'll hold the balls out of the way. You take a look.
No.
All right. Sean?
Yeah.
You're 21.
Hi. I've been listening to you guys for a long time. I really do appreciate the call, or you taking my call and everything. Okay, here's the situation. A girl that I just started seeing, we've been very good friends for about 8 years. She's 24, I'm 21. She is a black girl, I'm a white guy, and we are getting like weird looks when we go out. I mean, we live in Southern California, and it's really sad that when we go out, we get looks from people all the time. I get looks from white guys like, "What are you doing with a black girl?" And she gets looks from black guys like, "What are you doing with a white guy?"
What, are you sure you guys aren't reading into stuff?
No, they are literally looks. People will sit there and stare at us. Like, what do you guys...
She's real pretty or something, Maybe there's something else. Maybe you guys are dressed strangely.
Or real fat. What?
No, we're just, it's... and I was...
Where do you live?
I live in San Bernardino.
Yeah.
She lives in San Diego, so we don't get to see each other too often, but, usually about on the weekends, but it helps because we both work a lot and go to school.
So what... listen, I know as a society we like to make a lot out of nothing, and I generally just like to minimize stuff. And when it comes to situations like this, I just tend to think, oh, who cares? And are people really looking, or are you just sort of projecting that? And here's my take. They probably look marginally more than they'd look if you were with some white chick. On the other hand, if the white chick was blonde and 6 foot tall and wearing a miniskirt, they probably wouldn't look as much as they're looking now.
Yeah.
Yeah, or they'd look more is what I'm saying. So, I mean, you can always...
The thing is, it got us kind of sitting there thinking about, hey, if things really do get serious, how is it going to, impact us? And we started, I went to my parents and talked to them about it. They don't have a problem with it, but she said that her parents would just probably flip at the thought of, her dating a white guy.
So they don't know.
I mean, her parents are both from New York, and they're just, they're kind of really strict and everything. My parents are, surprisingly very liberal when it comes to things like that.
How long have you been with her?
I'm just a couple months, but we've been really good friends for like 8 years, and we decided that we were going to start dating. And
listen, just stay with it, and her folks will get over it.
Okay.
They really will. All parents don't want you going out with their daughter, black or white. Usually, whatever the guy is for the first couple of months, they ain't nuts about him. Eventually, they get used to it, provided you're a good guy.
Right.
Because you're not just the cracker who's dating my daughter. You become you become Sean. You don't become Evan.
Right.
One person did, but that was a long time ago.
Right. Blame your parents for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everyone, and this is sort of at the root of racism anyway. You know what I mean? People aren't individuals. They're
just
black, or they're white, or they're Mexican, or whatever they are.
And for whether people believe it or not, for all biological systems, genetic diversity improves the health of the system.
That's right. It's good to get a little brown sugar, as Drew likes to say during the commercial. So once in a while, although the hair pays. The hair really takes a beating when you get that mulatto hair going, Can't figure out what direction it's going in. You know what I'm saying?
You're just still thinking about the 70s when it all had to be combed over to the side.
I'm saying you get a couple of white folks together, they get that straight hair. You get a couple of black folks together, they get that nappy hair. But when you start mixing the hair really suffers, if you think about it.
Is there hair combos? Would an Asian and a Scandinavian be the right hair combo?
Too fine.
Too fine, too straight, not warm enough during the winter, depending on where you settled. But the curly hair is like the dominant hair. That's like the brown eye gene, that curly hair. So you take someone with the straight hair and you put them with the curly hair wins every time. Right, Drew?
If you say so.
Adam's
right.
got a chart at home with every racial group.
That's
and
right.
Hair type and
How it matches up.
He's trying to create the perfect hair race.
Yeah.
Adam got his fair share burden of below the waist hair, and he's been burdened with that. He doesn't want anybody else to have to go through
I
that.
got a little ass hair. Well, just like Evan wrote a book so people don't have to go through this bone marrow leukemia
you
nightmare.
two are so intimate. It's so touching.
I have the same crusade with the ass hair. So we all have.
Very touchy subject for him.
We all have our topics. All right, we'll take a little break. Evan Handler's here from It's Like You Know, Wednesday nights now, 8:30, ABC. Drew's here from, this is it for you, Andre. Yeah.
This be it.
Yeah.
On my web.
All right, we'll take a little break before Drew gives that website address out, and we'll be back after this.
We'll be right back with more. It's Loveline. 94.7 NRK.
BE191, Evan Handler's here tonight.
Really,
He's from It's Like You Know. Quiet down there, Drew. Wednesday nights on ABC, 8:30. Yes, Drew.
it really is the worst strategy to try to scare teenagers into any kind of behavior.
Right.
Because if it doesn't ring true, that's it. You lost your window of opportunity.
And it's sort of grandiose if you think about it. We're going to feed these kids a bunch of BS, we'll scare them, and they'll listen up.
Yeah.
And that never works.
No, well, they do the opposite. It's like as soon as it's considered sort of untrustworthy. Then
We were talking about the AIDS crisis. But listen, in this country, people die of how far down is AIDS on the list? Fatality.
It was pretty high for a long time. It's probably number
Where's it
5 or
now?
something now.
I mean, it's behind a few things,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
All right, so let's focus on that. That's what I like to say. All right, Lauren,
Yeah.
you're 18.
Yes.
What's up?
I was wondering if it's possible for my father to have contracted AIDS and not known it. He's gay, and his partner died of it about 5 years ago, and it was a few months after they broke up.
Oh, wasn't I just making a point of people not dying of AIDS?
But he hasn't been
I
tested.
didn't even know we were taking this call. Wow.
You mean it hasn't been tested?
Pretty jovial.
She's got a hell of a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
No, he has been.
Hey, Lauren, Evan had leukemia. He's almost died. Yeah, man, they had to fill his bones with his own marrow, brother. Put it through a big colander, wash it like a couple of tomatoes that they've got out of the garden, and then send it right back in. Yeah. 1 foot in the grave.
Hey, Lauren.
Yeah.
They gave him a month.
How long ago was this that he had contact with his friend?
Yeah,
5 years ago he died, right?
yeah, and they were together.
So it was
for
3.5 years.
probably about.
Are you asking, is the question, what is the chance of somebody testing negative but still having the virus 5 years after the contact?
Yeah.
Zero.
Zero?
Essentially zero.
Okay.
Forget it.
Okay.
All right? If
Okay,
he's
thank
telling
you.
you the truth, it's essentially
All right.
zero.
And unless you're talking to Bob Guccione Jr.
Yeah.
And
Well, also depending on his behavior and contact since then in the 5
That's
years.
a good point.
yes, he could have.
In a monogamous, whatever.
Yeah,
relationship for the past 6 years.
Yeah, but the last one of those he had, the guy had AIDS.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to freak you out. All right, so you all right? Is that all right, your dad being gay?
Yeah.
Doesn't freak you out?
No. My
Nope.
parents got divorced when I was like 4.
Hey, do you have any brothers?
I have one sister.
Okay. I would wonder, you think that would affect guys more than girls if you had a daughter and a son?
You know, I don't know. Somebody asked a question on my website where the question was, I'm gay, I feel it's wrong, I'm going to live a heterosexual life. And I was trying to advise him to be true to himself and to...
Hold on a second. Anderson, could you isolate that last statement? Is there any way you could put that somewhere?
Put it on a loop?
I think that's going to sound good. Yeah, alone. Yeah, thank you. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Drew.
I understand.
So you're gay and
Yeah.
you're trying to live a heterosexual life.
Right.
Go ahead.
And
Keep going.
and he believed that his religious organization felt it was wrong. And my point was, they wouldn't want you to lie to other people either. They wouldn't want you to hurt other people by presenting yourself as one thing and being another. And I thought, but what,
What?
How do you help somebody make those kinds of choices if they don't want to be true to themselves? You know what I'm saying, without sounding punitive to that person.
I don't
them
know.
feel worse about what their choices are.
All right, but what's that have to do with my point, which is who'd be more pissed off, your son or your daughter?
Well, the point I'm making is I don't know that it has any impact on the children.
Well,
Lauren sounds great. Maybe does it have more impact than any other cause of divorce?
It had a lot more impact on my sister because she was older and she was told at the time what was happening.
And what did it do?
They didn't tell me until like the summer before.
And what is the impact that you're perceiving on her?
She has a whole bunch of emotional problems.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren. Oh, yeah. She had to be institutionalized. She's on lithium and Prozac. All right.
The worse it gets, the funnier it is.
All right, Lauren, you take care of yourself, all right?
Okay.
All right.
Thanks. Bye.
God bless her. I can deal with the fact that I am gay now. Marie,
Yeah,
you're 16?
yeah.
What's up?
Well, one of my friends hooked me up with this guy way back in, like, January. And it turns out that he's, like, this total weird guy, and I didn't know at the time that he was 18. And then I was 15 because I just turned 16 a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And we only really went out for 2 weeks, and it didn't really count because he just, like, talked to me on the phone.
Right.
And so I told him that was over, that I didn't even like him, and that I didn't even want to be friends with him. So, like, he started calling me all the time, and one night, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, I woke up, and he was standing outside my window watching me sleep. And now he's, like, everywhere I go, and he calls me all the time. And I think he's harmless because I've never seen him actually get mad before.
Well, you don't know.
Yeah, that's your first mistake, right? Or second or third.
It's
Right.
weird, and I want to know what to do. People have threatened him with restraining orders, and he just won't listen.
Get the restraining order. Bring military force to bear. Whatever you got to do to shut this down, you have to do it deliberately and firmly.
Well, I told my mom, and she doesn't really know how serious it is. She just, like, won't listen to me.
This is not a time to be nice and warm and fuzzy.
Okay.
It's time to be firm and to use whatever authority is available. Get the injunction, get the restraining order. Tell everybody you can possibly tell to help you keep this guy away. Do not talk to him. Document everything that happens.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Awful.
In a way, you do him a favor. Because he's young.
Yeah.
You set some limits.
He's 18.
You change him around a little bit. Mike,
Yeah,
you're 24.
yes.
What's up?
Me and my girlfriend have been going out. She's 30. We've been going out for 2 years, a little over 2 years. And we've been trying to have anal sex with her. And we've used KY jelly the last couple nights. And she lightly starts to bleed, and I stop. And her and I would really like to have anal sex.
She and you?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
you?
Her with the bleeding rectum, or?
No, her. Well, no, not like that. No, not like that.
No.
I stop before it even gets that far.
I understand.
I don't even put it in. So.
But is she sort of hell-bent on the butt love, or is that you who's made
No,
it more of a mission? It's her.
Her.
And
I don't believe it.
Huh?
Drew doesn't believe there's a woman in America that actually wants anal
Well, would
sex.
you like to? She's right here.
Yes, like doctor.
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah.
Hello?
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 What's your name?
Shauna.
Shauna, why are you interested in doing this thing that hurts you so much?
Well, I didn't think it would hurt.
It hurts you. Why are you interested in doing it so much?
I didn't think it would hurt, and when it did hurt, we stopped.
So why are you interested in doing it so much? It will hurt badly.
It will.
For you, yes. It hurts you. You've checked it. It hurts.
I know, but I've read things where once you get used to it, it's like the wonderful thing.
Well,
It's a wonderful experience.
So you're hell-bent on it.
What? Well, I know. If it works, I'm not going to hurt myself.
Are you hell-bent on this? Or are you doing this just because he's pressuring you to do it?
No, not at all.
He's not pressuring you. It's something you want to do.
All right, so this is 100% 50-50.
Oh, it's equal. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I could do it without any bleeding. You wouldn't even know I was in you for the first half hour.
Oh, yeah? For the first half hour?
Right. Then you'd know, but only because you got up and started head to the fridge. All right, so why is it, Drew, why would someone bleed down there? Do you think there's
tearing, fissuring,
yeah, but they
hemorrhoid?
didn't do anything yet.
Well, they got enough to do so. But the point is, some people have more discomfort with this than others. It's not something that everybody can accommodate.
I'd really like to dunk a basketball, but it just ain't going to happen.
Right.
Me too. Oh, but in a hoop.
Not that I want to discourage anyone from having anal sex.
Right. Hey, Shauna?
Uh-huh.
Did he attempted to enter you and it started bleeding?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's God telling you to blow him.
Well, I do that anyway.
God rarely tells gals to blow guys, but this is a rare exception. Actually, the only time God tells a gal to blow a guy is during the anal sex.
During
the attempted anal sex.
I see.
You understand? There's a special bar that lights up in heaven that he runs and punches. It's
Quickly.
It's brown and it smells. All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break, and we'll be back after this. All right. It is Loveline. We're going to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the show in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on
Radio
Station 94.7
Make it look, make it stare, make it eat your underwear.
Times. I really have. 1,000 times. Smart show.
That's going to make him tune in, Adam.
Well,
Interesting.
a lot of TNA.
There you go.
There's some good-looking chicks popping around.
Ow!
And everyone is smart on that show.
Good-looking chicks and a bald guy.
Very smart. That is Evan. But I don't know. I think it kind of works. I think now is a good time to be bald.
Better than many years ago.
Yeah. If you really think about it, in your lifetime, how old are you?
Well, if I wasn't white and 5'7", I bear an uncanny resemblance to Michael Jordan.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. And, no, actually, you're a better actor than he is. I was going to say, yeah. Shannon?
Yes.
You're 24.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Hi.
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 What's going on, Shannon?
Well, I'm calling because I was thinking about getting a boob job, and I wanted to ask Dr. Drew what he thought about that.
I almost want to gamble on Shannon.
Yeah, there's something going on there.
With
isn't
that
there?
voice. I can hear something in her voice.
Well, what is your intent in getting my opinion? What are you thinking? What are you hoping I'll say or not say?
Well, I'm hoping you'll say that despite what people, what the medical profession says, that it's very dangerous in some ways, I'm hoping you'll say it's still okay and that you think it's a fine surgery for people to do.
Why?
Well, it's a common surgery, and many women are happy that they have it done. It is a surgery, and as such carries the risks of any surgery: anesthesia, bleeding, infection. And
I'm just thinking, like, long-term for women, let's say, who had it for 40 years or something. Actually, there aren't women who have had it for 40
that's right.
years.
We don't know, and it is. Those procedures are sort of a beginning. This requires some maintenance. These things, they encapsulate, they move, all kinds of things. They have to be redone.
I have to rub them with PABA twice a month.
Right.
It is a serious endeavor, I think. And
all right, it's a serious endeavor that everyone does without any problem.
Well, if it's important.
Shannon,
Yeah.
what do you do for a living?
Right now,
No, that's okay.
School.
I was more interested in like maybe 11 years ago, but right now you're going to school.
Mm-hmm.
Junior college.
Oh no, it's my graduate degree.
In what?
In political science.
No, UC San Diego or San Diego State.
No, actually UCLA.
What? You don't sound Asian. Your parents will kill themselves if they find out you're getting a boob job. Really? All right. Yeah. Okay. And you're 34B now?
Yes.
And what do you want to step up to?
Just to see.
All right.
Why is this so important? This escapes me personally.
I hope Shannon, I want you to listen to Evan's point of view, because he has been sort of through the medical system because he had to be.
Forget the medical system. I've slept with a lot of women, and I'm like crazy for small breasts. So I don't understand why a woman's obsession would be.
Careful,
I need bigger breasts.
Adam is going to reach over the table and strangle. You've desecrated something.
Well, but that works out well. Then he can stick with the women with big breasts, and I can hang on to the women with small breasts.
Let me tell you what I hear when I hear a man say I'm crazy for small breasts.
Oh no!
Here's what it sounds like.
The balloon over his head.
I'm gay. That's what I hear. That's all I hear.
Oh man!
I didn't even hear what he said.
This is why this didn't come out with the anal sex.
He announced
it's the
he was
small
gay.
breasts.
That's all I heard.
You're gay.
Thank you, Drew. Hey, Shannon.
Yes.
All right, let me tell you the reality of men.
I need a man's opinion because it's really not.
Okay, well, there's only one man in this
You're going to have to choose whether it's me or Adam.
Please. Not an interior designer's opinion, a man's opinion. And let me give you this man's opinion, although this does not include this man. But this is this man's opinion. And Evan will back me up on this.
Back you up just a minute here.
Yes, he will.
He's using subtly homosexual terminology now.
Men do not care about the size of a woman's breast nearly as much as women think they care, and society makes them out to care. Men, most men, almost all men that I know are much more attracted to a woman's behind, a woman's legs, a woman's face, a woman's eyes, and the shape of the breast, the form of the breast, not the sheer mass of the breast. And as a matter of fact, most guys don't even like what they would consider abnormally large breasts. Fun to look at, fun to see if you're going out and hanging out at a strip club or something. But in terms of a relationship or even a sexual encounter, they like a nice breast. And oftentimes a smaller breast. And I think if you look at any of the models and any of the women that are considered, fantasy women in our society, there's only a couple of them that have large breasts. The other ones, the sort of Cindy Crawfords of the world, have sort of what are considered reasonable and nice and almost modest breasts. Okay? That's what guys are attracted to. Not me. I like the big jumbo breasts. That's me because I'm all man. But there are other guys who haven't yet come in touch with their homosexuality, like Evan, folks that are hiding from the truth. They're in a latency stage that enjoy a small breast. And that is most of society, sad to say. There's an elite fraternity, however.
What is this poor woman's name that you're giving this speech to?
Oh, okay.
How many Shannons have you driven into surgery?
It's important. No, I am preventing her from going under the knife by telling her that every guy I know likes a modest breast, not a large jumbo.
Is sort of normal.
Desirable. Yeah. That's right. And I'm not saying if Shannon had a 34C, her boyfriend would dump her or that guys wouldn't be attracted to her. I am saying that they don't really care. You're spending a lot of time and a lot of money for something that your average guy on the street doesn't really care about. Now, that is not Madison Avenue.
Than that. I mean, if you're really, get yourself a healthy relationship with some guy who you turn him on, and what your breast size is. Excuse me.
This is an ABC. I like the fact that you feel comfortable.
The fact that, are you in a relationship?
Wait, hold on a second. Let me ask
She's
you.
long gone.
Wait a minute.
Three.
I'm sorry. I got her back. Shannon?
Yes.
Are you in a relationship?
Yes.
And is this guy, are there problems in the relationship?
No.
All right.
He's perfectly happy.
Well, yeah, I haven't told him.
So what makes you think that this is something? What makes you want to do this?
I'm too tall. I feel like I'm too tall and have too small.
Well, if you feel like you're too tall, you should have some of your legs cut out, not your breasts enhanced.
Oh, okay.
Did you do that?
I will ask the doctor if he'll change.
Hey, Shannon,
No, but you get my point. I mean, if this guy's happy and you guys turn each other on, why? What is it you want to turn yourself into? Where's this desire coming from?
Just into a more proportionate person, I guess. I don't know.
All right, but Shannon, you're making my point, which is guys don't really care. You care. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Also, you got something in your voice. Are you all right?
Yes.
You ever raped or molested?
No, nothing weird.
Where's your dad?
Here in California.
Yeah, is he good? Was he good to you?
Yes.
Where's your mom?
Same, California.
Eating disorder?
Me, no.
You? No?
No.
All right, Drew, how about you? Haven't?
Me?
No. And never eating disorder, Shannon?
And never what?
An eating disorder?
No. Of course, every woman wishes she were thinner.
Shannon, wait, we ever rape or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, never had sex till I was 20.
All right. Because of the rape that your uncle did at 14?
Yes, because of the incest. No, nothing strange.
Okay. You love your dad? He's good to you?
No, I don't think he's a great person.
Okay.
What's the deal with him? See, that's what I'm getting. You need to control men for some reason. You need to be You need to have that sort of erotic sort of impulse from guys that you can then control and master.
What was up with Dad? Alcohol?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good call, Dr. Drew. That's a great call.
Why don't you go to Al-Anon?
I thought that was me.
No, that's saying about her need to
I
control.
mean, both of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
go to Al-Anon or ACA and just look at the psychological aspects of what's going on here before you start transforming yourself.
I got an interesting notion here, Drew.
Nobody gave me any credit, I
No,
have to say.
that was semi-poignant what Evan said.
Yeah.
I mean, for an actor and everything. Listen, here's my new suggestion. You know, when guys want to undergo a sex change operation, they need a year's worth of therapy in order to label them completely sane before they get their Johnson lopped off?
Walk around with the enhanced bras.
No, I am saying seriously, I would bet that 80% of women who undergo this procedure have some issues with daddy and men and self-worth and possibly an eating disorder floating around somewhere, or an alcoholic dad, or the urge to control men in some way, one way or another. I'm not saying every single one of them, but I'm saying a large percentage do. And I know this is never going to happen, but it'd probably do them good to have a couple months of therapy before the procedure.
Oh, I see.
It's
Yeah.
potentially dangerous.
Yeah.
It's going to cost some money, and a couple good months of therapy.
Yeah.
Dig into a few issues. They may decide they don't want it.
Yeah. Good point.
Wait till I'm governor. Jenny,
Yeah.
you're 15.
Yeah.
What's up?
I've been dating my boyfriend for about a year, and just the last 4 or 5 months we've been having sex, and he won't come. I don't know if it is me, and it really offends me. Like, I feel like a failure when I think, like, maybe it's my fault.
Wait and see how pissed you are when he does.
Huh? Oh.
That's when you really get angry.
No, but it would make me feel at least like I'm doing pleasure for him. I want to.
How often are you having sex?
Pretty often.
Well, that's one reason you know it's enjoyable to him. He wouldn't do it for the last 4 months continuously
Okay.
if it wasn't something that he enjoyed.
Uh-huh.
You know, like, he doesn't like homework, right?
I'm sure, yeah.
He doesn't do too much of that, does he?
No.
There you go. So we know that he participates in things that he enjoys and doesn't really participate in things he doesn't enjoy, right?
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys, and you're not using protection, right?
No, we are.
You are?
What are you using?
Yeah, I'm on birth control.
Hallelujah, Jenny.
That's great.
Yeah. Also, I had another question, though.
Well, wait a minute. Now, what's happening? You guys are having intercourse?
Yeah.
And nothing's happening?
We'd have to talk to him, but it's not about you, I guarantee it.
Okay.
He's not having an orgasm?
Right.
No, not at all.
What was your other question?
What about any oral sex?
Oh, yeah, and he won't come during that either.
Very
go on
stubborn
that.
penis.
Well, what happens exactly? You try and he can't, or he kind of backs off and tells you to stop, or?
No, if I really, really wanted him to, I'd have to sit down with him for like 2 hours. And he would really have to concentrate on it.
Well, how old is he?
He's 16.
Yeah. Sometimes guys haven't quite found their rhythm at 16, and that can manifest itself in many different ways. Sometimes it means orgasm before the underwear actually comes off. Sometimes it means 2 hours before the orgasm. You see what I'm saying, Jenny?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it will work its way out.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay, and I wanted to correct you guys. You guys were telling that girl, what was her name, Krista or something?
Yes.
That she should get the morning after pill and keep it in her medicine cabinet just in case. Well, you can't do that with the morning after pill. You have to go to a clinic and find out if you're pregnant for them to be able to give it to you.
No. Jenny.
Huh?
Where did you get that notion?
From Planned Parenthood.
No, you can call your doctor, and he can call in a prescription to any pharmacy,
Uh-huh.
and you can keep that in your medicine cabinet. So should you get into trouble, you've got it right there. In fact, many gynecologists require women of childbearing age to take a prescription with them as a requisite of being a patient. They feel it's so important that they have that backup available.
I wasn't aware of that. That's not.
Okay, and by the way, if you're pregnant, the morning after pill doesn't work anymore.
The what?
The morning after pill doesn't work if you're pregnant.
Oh, I know. It only works for the first 72 hours.
Yeah, but there's no reason for a pregnancy test to see if you're pregnant. If you are pregnant, it's over. You don't take the pill.
Oh, okay. I know.
All right, Jenny. Maybe it's good that your boyfriend's withholding his semen. All right, and I would really look at it as him withholding it. Okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
How sweet she thanked you.
Thank you. I like the fact she's kind of mad at him. It's funny how people are sexually. I mean, there's a couple different ways to take the I'm not having an orgasm on your dime kind of angle. One of them's just to be sort of pissed off. Come on. It's like when I used to do stand-up very rarely, if the audience didn't laugh, I got mad at them. I mean, it wasn't like I started feeling uncomfortable. I want to go out and hit them with the mic stand. Hey, jackass, that was funny. I'm sure it was a form of compensation.
You haven't changed that attitude at all, have you?
Well, screw all you who don't laugh.
I know. We get that every night here.
You too, Drew.
I understand.
Amber.
Hi.
You're lucky I don't have a big mic stand.
What's
Whack
the
you
deal?
across the head with it. You're 18. What's up?
Okay, I have a boyfriend. I love my boyfriend to death. I've been with him for 5 months. I'd give my world to him. The only problem is I've been sleeping with this guy named Greg for a year.
Mm-hmm.
I've been sleeping with this other guy named Johnny for about 3-4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't decide who I want. It's like really annoying me. And I called my boyfriend tonight because I felt bad. And I told him.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me it's okay. He loves me.
Oh. Hey, Amber. Listen, let me ask you a hypothetical question. If you gave your world to your first boyfriend, would you be banging other guys in that world as well?
Well, my first boyfriend was a real jerk. He hit me and stuff.
No.
And ever since then, and I was raped by him, and ever since then, I just can't.
Hold on a second. I'm ready to start gambling right now.
It's a layup.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Evan?
Yeah, what are we doing?
You have any money?
I don't know this game.
Get $1 out. It's called gambling. Now, here's how it works. What we like to do on this show from time to time, although we haven't done it in a while, is gamble on the past of some of our callers. Well,
I only have a 10 because I'm on a network sitcom.
When you're on network, that's it. When you're on, we're on MTV. Actually, they just paid us 4 quarters. We turn these in for dollars.
I see.
Actually.
Sometimes just in feed.
That's right. We got some grain. We got no, seriously, MTV's very generous.
How much of this poor girl's past do you need to know? She already laid out.
Well, we know about some incidents of her past, but we want to
flesh it
paint
out.
a full picture. So I'm going to go first. Now here's how it works. Where is she? What line is she on there? Amber? Right.
4.
Okay. What we do is we try to guess what kind of environment she grew up in. And that could mean alcoholic dad or alcoholic mom. Could be mom together, mom and dad together, divorce, whatever. Physical abuse, sexual abuse. And if you want, and it's not a bad bet, I always give this option to our guests, you can say mom and dad together, everything fine. Because sometimes they're in denial. Or even if they're not. Maybe the parents are still together, maybe everything's fine. We don't believe it, but that's an angle. All right, I'm going to start. Had an abusive boyfriend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was raped. Name is Amber. That means something too. Sleeping around. Sexual abuse before the rape.
At home.
This one dude.
Not family.
I may be going with Dad. This is a lot of acting out here.
Right.
Uncle.
Right.
Uncle.
Evan?
Sexual abuse, Uncle.
I got to go with Dad, Phil. Dad for 200.
Okay.
Because anybody who named their daughter Amber, you got to question that.
All right. So you're going with Dad sexual abuse?
I'm going with an abusive dad. Do I have to specify?
Be nice, yeah.
Yeah, some degree of sexual abuse from Dad.
Okay. I'm going for the trifecta. Dad is a drug addict, physically abusive, but sexually abused by like one of his drug addict friends.
So Dad,
physical abusive drug addict, but the weird friends, the ones that got it.
They were the culprits. All right, interesting. Amber?
Hi.
All right, now, there's $3 riding on this.
Okay.
What
This
happened?
is straight. My dad never sexually abused me.
All right.
But my parents did do drugs, real bad drugs, and my dad started beating my mom, and they got a divorce.
All right, hold on, Drew. Stop this celebratory dance and let's hold on.
Okay.
Yeah.
When my mom left, my dad started beating me up to the age of 10 to 17.
Mm-hmm.
My dad beat me.
Right.
I finally got back, and I beat him up, and I went to juvenile hall.
For beating him up.
Yeah, because I couldn't take it anymore.
All right.
Good for you. Thank you for doing us all a favor.
And you went to juvenile hall for beating up your dad?
Yes, I did. I was in there for 6 months.
There's got to be a little more to that story than...
I just beat him up.
Okay. Meaning he passed out, loaded, and you went upside his head with something.
I just beat the crap out of him.
Okay. Like you drove the car into the living room, kind of?
No,
Okay.
my dad, I just beat the crap out of him.
All right.
And where did the sexual
What about the
stuff
sexual stuff?
No, my dad never sexually.
No. Who else did?
I was raped when I was 15.
By whom?
My neighbor.
Neighbor.
All right, before that, anything?
Nope. I had a great childhood up to the age of 10.
Were both the parents addicted to drugs?
When I turned about 11, they started doing drugs. Real bad.
Yeah, but they were doing something.
Before that, my dad went to work every day. We lived in a nice area, went to school every day.
Okay.
They were doing drugs, then.
Yeah, they were doing great.
All right, so Drew went with...
Drug-addicted dad.
Drug-addicted
physically
dad.
abusive dad.
Yeah, right.
Sexually abused by somebody else.
Yeah. All right, he gets the money. I'm sorry you got to lose the 10, Evan.
I owe you $1.
I just want to say I love you guys. You guys are great.
Thank you. Evan, could you... All right, well, she'll get it during the commercial.
She loves you guys. She doesn't really know me.
It's like you know.
Will you guys please stop bagging on my name? I hate my name.
Oh, Evan was just kidding.
I actually think Amber's got a lot of spunk. I mean, look, first of all, she beat the hell out of her dad instead of beating the hell out of herself or trying to kill herself.
Now she's picking dads to reenact the whole trauma with.
Yeah, but she got herself convinced. I mean, I'm not the doctor. I'll defer to you. But she's got herself convinced she loves her boyfriend, which she probably does. But she hates somebody.
Well,
and she's sort of working it all out.
I wish my dad would die. I hate my dad.
You're doing a ton of acting out, though, Amber. And please understand that every guy or everything with a penis does not represent your dad. Stop trying to fix it using other people's Johnsons.
I can't hold it.
I know you can't, but you have to because you're going to get pregnant. You're going to get beat up again.
I'm on birth control and I use condoms.
Good. Now stop acting out. It makes you feel worse. It really does. It makes you feel better for 10 minutes, or in my case, 3 minutes, but then you feel worse.
Find a boring guy.
Find a boring guy.
Find a guy you're not attracted to and stay with him. Fight to keep him.
Boring, unattracted to you.
There you go. Well, there you go, Drew. Another very lucky guess by Dr. Drew, because as we know, there's no science to this.
Yeah.
You cannot base your answer on anything because we're all individuals.
And the behavior in the present has nothing to do with your past.
That's
nothing.
right. We're all very unique in our own way. None of us are the same.
Yes.
We all respond differently.
Why are you always so concerned about the childhood, Adam? Why do you always ask callers about it?
I don't know. It doesn't seem to have any bearing in the present, does it?
I know when I always listen, it's so boring because I just want to hear about the sex.
All right. Want to get to some sex?
Yeah.
All right. We'll do that when we come back.
Yo, Loveline will be right back, homie.
It's Loveline. I'm Adam. That is Drew. Evan Handler's here from It's Like You Know, Wednesday nights, 8:30 on ABC. And it's going to be a lot of me and Drew over the next 4 days,
Poor
everybody.
Adam. Poor Adam.
I'm already mad at you. I'm just starting. Here's my new strategy with you, Drew. Instead of have you just sort of accumulate, get on my nerves kind of thing.
Start up front.
And have me like blow gasket on Wednesday.
Right.
I'm just going to start now.
We'll just sort of get...
I'm already irritated.
Get stride. Let's have a stride going. Since it's a marathon, you might as well be...
I've already had my fill of you. Yeah. I've hit the wall if you're making a marathon comparison. Kathy?
Yeah.
You're 27?
I'm 27 years old. Been with my husband for 7 years, and I've never really been sexually attracted to him. And I'm just wondering if this is, in every other way, we're totally compatible. I mean, it's great. It's very nurturing, very respectful, but, and we do have sex. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't know.
Do you have a problem with him physically, or is it a chemistry thing?
Both.
What's wrong with his appearance?
Well, he's not a monster or anything like that, but he's just not the typical type that I am personally attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I usually would go for a taller frame built, and he's short. He's hairy. I like hairless. He's kind of got a small penis. I like a larger Rocco type penis. And
Rocco?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe that's an Oregon thing.
Why did you marry him?
What's that?
Why'd you marry him?
Because he's just the greatest person I've ever met.
Well, listen, when you have a small schwanz, you got to be nice. You're a troll with a small Johnson. Of course you're cordial.
Right. And the first...
Otherwise, no one would have you.
Yeah. Well, the first year, I don't know if it's just when you're with a new person, you just, it was fine. I mean, we had sex all the time.
Yeah.
It just, everything was really new and exciting. One of the things was, though, I'm the only person he's ever been with.
Sure.
And I've been with other people. And I'm finding I just don't like the way, I also don't like the way he makes love as well. It's kind of like reenacting porno movies.
Hey, what's wrong with, I mean, yeah, I shouldn't do that.
Some of that's fun.
Right.
But
all right. So listen, Kathy, this guy's hurting in a few departments that all sort of end up in the bedroom.
Yeah. Right. It's not about as a parent, so that's starting to bother you because the intimacy is failing so badly.
But Drew, please recognize that women, not as much as men, but women, are aesthetically inclined as well.
Oh,
and if the guy's covered with hair and short and has a small penis.
But isn't it
Danny
interesting?
DeVito is climbing on top of her
But
twice
isn't it
a week.
interesting when she was involved in an intimate contact, it didn't even occur to her to make an issue.
It sounds like there was a good year there.
Yeah, and that when the intimacy started to fail, that he wasn't connecting with her, and she felt objectified in the sex. All of a sudden, she started objectifying him, and she didn't like the object that she found.
And let me tell you something. Let me say this. I'm trying to think of a percentage, but here's what I want to say. Aesthetically or physically or from a just pure sexual attraction standpoint, for men, it's 85-90% just pure physical. I mean, as if you turned the sound down on the TV set and we just looked at it.
Yeah. We looked at like parts.
Yeah, and then there's about 10% personality, attitude, and that kind of stuff. Women, it can fluctuate wildly. I mean, a woman can be very much attracted to a guy if she thinks he's brilliant or interesting or a comedic genius or something, Woody Allen or whoever. Or they can be horribly unattracted to a guy who is a fairly attractive guy.
Who they were attracted to.
If he steps on their cat's tail or does something to sort of provoke them emotionally.
Right.
So this is what's going on. Now, here's a guy who's not physically attractive, but that's all right until he starts screwing up emotionally. And now he's gone from, a 4 to a 1 because of his attitude.
Yep.
So she's got to talk to him.
Or they may get some therapy.
All right, get some therapy. There you go.
Couples therapy. They're not communicating.
Casey?
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, my ex-girlfriend, we still talk a lot and stuff, and now she's, wanting me to have sex with her, and we've never done anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
How old is she?
She's 15.
When did you guys break up?
4 months ago.
Yeah. And what'd you do with her when you were going with her? You didn't have sex, right?
No, nothing like that. We just, made out. But now she's, wanting to do that.
And what do you want to do?
Well, that's cool and stuff, but, I don't know. It's, farther than I've ever gone.
What base have you gotten to?
I've made out with men, but that's it.
Uh-huh. So you're a little nervous about it?
Yeah, and I just don't know.
All right. Well, don't do it if you don't want to do it.
All right.
I know you feel obligated because you're a guy and all that societal pressure and everything, but you're 15.
Yeah.
You're not comfortable. That's all right.
All right.
You like the ladies, though, right?
Of course.
All right.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Okay.
And she may be a little nutty, too, Casey.
Yeah, she probably is.
Yeah.
You kind of getting that vibe? Are you getting that vibe from her?
Yeah, she's, a little out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the problem is once you have sex, you're really...
You're locked in.
Yeah. It's sort of the difference between somebody telling you about timeshare and you actually going out and sitting down and getting into that meeting room at the Holiday Inn and them shutting the door. Now you're in. Now you can't escape. Didn't you do that, Drew?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The time you should have kept walking is when the guy talked to you initially about it out on the street or over the phone. That's when you should have kept walking.
Yep.
But you went down there to get that free TV set, didn't you, Drew? And now you're trapped.
That's awful.
You guys have a language all your own.
Drew, what is it? No, seriously, Drew did some timeshare. He got hooked into something.
Yeah, my
what
wife
was
goes,
that?
it was something down at the Aviara down in the Carlsbad.
Yeah.
And my wife said, "Oh, you get 2 free nights at the Four Seasons. You got to go down there." So,
no.
all right, go down there. It ruined my whole vacation. It was the most painful, awful experience I've ever had.
Really?
awful.
Well, what do you want? They're going to give you 2 free nights.
Hey, and it's just awful. It's just they shouldn't allow that guest at a hotel that those kind of guys are preying on you.
Right.
I'm never going back to that place.
Did you get your 2 free nights?
I'm sure she did.
Yeah. She went with her boyfriend, or
Yeah, she did. You had no part of it.
You didn't go, did you?
No.
Yeah, but Drew, when your wife hears about any kind of free travel, something or other, her eyes go around like a pinwheel.
Yeah,
right?
she's in. Yeah.
Right.
Anything.
Yeah, she'd walk to Phoenix to get a comp on a 4-star hotel room, right?
Absolutely.
So in other words, the message is that our last caller should be smarter than Drew's wife.
That's right. But not as pretty. Maria?
Yeah.
She listening, you think?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
No.
Maria, you're 15.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, okay, so I really like this guy, or I don't know if I love him or whatever, but, I'm kind of nervous, sorry.
That's all right.
I met him last year, and we sort of were messing around, and sorry, my phone kind of sucks. And so I met him last year, and we sort of started messing around, and he had just broken up with his girlfriend. And then at his prom, he got back together with his girlfriend, and he's been with her ever since.
How old is this guy?
He's 16.
Okay.
He's 17 now.
All right, and you're 15?
Yeah.
And he's with a girlfriend?
Yeah.
All right, what's the question?
Well, I've had sex with him twice. And,
While he was with his girlfriend?
yeah.
Oh, boy.
And he says he loves both of us, but I don't really know if he's kind of like, I can have my cake and eat it too.
Yes, he is that. Absolutely.
Maria, when he said he loved both of you,
Yeah.
he meant his old girlfriend and his penis, not the both of you.
Okay.
You may have misinterpreted
And
that.
if you want to know what he would do to you if you were his girlfriend,
Yeah. The same. I know.
take a look at it.
Yeah.
All right, what is up with you? And God, I want to kill this guy. He's banging 2 chicks in, he's in high school. I want to kill him. You didn't give him any oral sex, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Sorry.
I can't stand hearing those stories.
Sorry. By the way, you guys are great. I think you guys are hysterical. You make me laugh so hard.
Oh, what I didn't endure in high school sexually. Nothing. I had to put lipstick on my hand. Do you understand? The senior Wences went down on me.
So no wonder you're advising the last
So
guy
I-
not to have sex with the ex-girlfriend. You don't want anybody in high school to have sex because you didn't.
That's right. I'd say to my hand when I was done, it's all right. It's all right. It's not so good.
Oh, man.
All right.
I just want to know who else is home that you're whispering on. Are you like hiding in the attic talking to us on the phone?
I'm in my room.
In your room? Everyone is like in the living room right outside?
It's Anne Frank.
No. My dad's in the kitchen right now.
All right. Having a heart attack?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So, listen, we don't like this guy. Don't have sex with him. Find a good guy.
All right.
All right?
And make sure he's out of high school.
Okay.
Otherwise, Adam will have a hard time with it.
That's right.
Okay.
I wonder if our listeners can appreciate the Senor Wences.
I don't think
the
so.
full imagery of the Senor Wences reference.
I couldn't
Senor
see
Wences,
that they would.
I have to include them in on this. The guy that used to have turn his hand, the space between your index finger and your thumb into a little mouth.
Right.
And put like a dress under it and have it talking. And it was a Mexican accent.
In a seriously racist accent of some kind.
Very, very sort of disparaging character. But
Was he a Hispanic
too,
guy?
Yeah. I think, no. It's sort of like a Babalouie character,
Yeah.
for Quick Draw.
I'll do the thinning around here. All right, where are we going here, Drew? Line 6. Greg?
Yes.
You're 27.
Yeah, 27. Been in recovery for about 2.5 years.
Congratulations.
Working on mental health. Went to therapy, go to AA meetings at least 5 times a week.
Fabulous.
Jogging.
You're in.
Taking nutritional juices, everything. Just
This is the point at which you become self-sustaining. You feel better all the time. You keep doing it. You feel better. It's
Definitely.
good. It's
You'll
good.
implode in a few weeks.
It's not making me feel very good about myself.
He's jogging, he's drinking juice.
Yeah, it seems like the women that I'm attracting, though, are still sick. Either control freaks or just, low self-esteem.
So you're either getting co's or other addicts, right?
What's that?
You're either getting co's or other addicts.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's just sort of where you're hanging out. Maybe you ought to get out a little bit, find some other hobbies.
Okay. That sounds possible.
Drew, isn't that kind of the last thing that goes, though?
Yes.
I mean,
yes, that may never go.
You beat your substance addiction. You put down your cigarettes. You
quit smoking.
You pick up the juice bottle. You get everything together. But man, this thing is dug in deeper than anything
There are
else.
some fundamental aspects of self that are still in place that are going to make you attracted to and attractive to not so healthy people. But you're in a place where you should be able to make conscious choices about not engaging in those relationships and about exploring sort of new ways of experiencing yourself interpersonally. But part of that means meeting new kinds of people and new environments. And as you get healthier, you will attract healthier people.
All right. We're going to go into another break here. Evan Handler is our guest from It's Like You Know, ABC, 8:30 Wednesday nights. Good show, smart show. Before we go to break, we'll just check in with Don here. Don?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. You're 20. You heard me say that all women that have nipple piercings are sluts.
Yeah.
And
I just am calling for all the girls out there because I have
Hold on a second. Hold on.
You beg to differ, though, right?
Yes, I very much beg to differ.
Hold on a second.
All right. Hold on a second.
Did you actually say that?
I certainly implied it.
Okay.
And if I didn't say it, I meant it. So
all right.
I will cop to that. We'll argue about that after the break.
Back once again with it. Loveline. Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back before you know
Yep. Yes. It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Evan Handler's our guest tonight. He's from It's Like You Know. That's Wednesday nights now, 8:30 on ABC. Used to be Tuesday nights. And a good show. Interesting show and a well-written show. The only thing that bothers me about the sitcom and all sitcoms is
I'm dying to hear this.
People say very funny things and nobody ever laughs. It's much like doing a radio show with Drew. Well, maybe it is like life.
But I don't know. In sitcoms, they say very funny things.
All right, wise ass. Shut Drew's mic off. That's something they don't do in sitcoms. It's always distracting to me when somebody says something amazingly witty and the room just sort of stands there, that no one ever breaks up. And I'd be like, hey, yeah, it's pretty good. You ever said that before?
Oh, you mean the other characters never laugh?
The characters don't laugh. The audience laughs too much, but the characters never seem to acknowledge somebody saying something that's amazingly funny, bright, witty, or what have you.
You could be onto a brand new prototype here.
Adam.
Yeah. Where the characters on the show will laugh at.
They just make each other laugh.
Right, no audience.
The audience sits and stares.
I also like it when the real precocious 6-year-old kids say things that only people in their 60s would say, and no one seems to react to that either. Just sit there and drink that in. But that you will not find on It's Like You Know. Don?
Yes.
You're 20.
Yes.
What's up? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're mad because I said all women with nipple piercings were sluts.
I'm just calling in defense of all of the non-slutty girls who have chose to be pierced.
All three of you throughout North America?
Yeah, all three of us. No, but I've been listening to you guys for a while, and every time it comes up, you always say something like you picture them being dragged around the apartment by it or something. And I don't
think we've ever said that.
I don't think I've said that. No.
No, you have. I promise, because me and my friends have listened to it, and they told me I had to call in because I was always bringing that up.
I think we've said that about men with the nipple rings. I think.
What?
I think we've said something like that to the men with nipple rings.
No, it was about a girl.
All right.
We don't know what the hell we say 3/4 of the time.
Listen, I got to sit here and talk for 2 hours every goddamn night. You think I pay attention to what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah. Now that made sense.
Thank you for that drop.
Anderson scoring for a change. All right, so Don, what do you want from me?
I just want you to know that there are a few of us out there who are pierced that are not slutty.
So you're a virgin?
No.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'm saying...
And you have a problem with being dragged around your apartment by your nipple ring?
Wait a minute. Maybe we have to define our terms.
Around my apartment by my nipple ring.
What does slutty mean, just so I understand what that means?
Promiscuous.
So what does that mean to you?
What does that mean to me?
Yeah.
That I've been with 2 people and I've never cheated on anybody.
No, but what does promiscuous mean, just so I understand?
What is promiscuous?
Yeah.
Multiple partners.
Meaning more than?
More than one?
Well, you've been with 2 people.
I've been with 2 people.
Okay. Hey,
So
Don,
promiscuous is more than one at the same time.
I'm smelling some junior college.
Pardon me?
Junior college?
Junior college? Yes, and
okay.
massage therapy.
All right. That's
Yeah.
going to work out. All right, Don.
All right.
You keep going. Don't get anything else pierced.
No, no more.
All right. And listen, if you don't graduate junior college in the next 8 years, I want you to drop out. You understand?
All right.
All right. Listen, and the reason I know about junior college is I attempted to go to junior college for a short period of my life, and it's not the only part that's a misnomer about junior college is the word college. It should not be involved with it. It should just be called junior school. You know what I mean? It's not fair to call it college. It's not fair to the people who go to college to call it college, is it? I mean, the people go to real college?
I don't know.
Even the folks who go to, like, bartending college or barber college or beauty college, those folks are offended by the word college being in front of or behind the word junior. Where are we? Sandra?
Yeah?
You're 24?
Yeah.
What's up?
I don't really know if this is normal, but I really like gay men's porn.
And, yeah,
And I'm straight.
right. But that's just more penis for you, right?
I guess, but I mean, like, whenever I tell, like, a boyfriend or whatever, they usually get creeped out, which I figure is normal. But
What act do you specifically enjoy in the gay porn?
the penetration.
Ooh. Yeah. Wow. And do you have some gay porn?
What do you mean?
Do you own it?
Do I own any? No, I rent.
What do you mean? What are some titles that you enjoy? It always gets funny.
Do you have any there with you now?
No.
You don't?
No.
What do you rent? Do you know some of the titles?
No, not really. I just, because, well, my latest boyfriend,
It's always great radio, by the way, when you try to pursue anything that might be humorous with one of our listeners, isn't it? You chase your tail for about 10 minutes, and then you end up with not really.
like my current boyfriend.
Sandra, hold on a second. You cannot remember one title of one gay movie that you've rented.
Generally, the ones that I rent, when I rent them with my boyfriend and stuff, it's, like, got multiple different things in them. Like, there's women having sex with men, and there's women having sex with women, and there's men having sex with men.
No.
And I enjoy the men having sex with men parts the most.
You get the Neapolitan, is what she said.
Right.
Okay. Chisopolitan, we call that in the
Rocky Road.
What?
All right. So, Sandra, you like that. Is there anything else in your life sexually that is would be considered deviant?
No.
No. All right. That's your personal preference. I think that's fine. Guys like watching lesbians. For some reason, women don't enjoy watching men on men, but a small percentage do, I guess, and that sounds all right.
It's normal. It's not like...
And I don't think the guys get creeped out at you. I think they get creeped out that they have to buy this for you and they're going to be involved with it with you, and they don't like that. That probably makes them uncomfortable.
I'd really rather watch a rusty sprinkler key being removed from someone's abdomen than gay porn. It really disturbs me. I don't have delicate sensibilities.
Does it disturb you more than women with small breasts, or less than women with small breasts?
Let's
It'd
look
be
at
a
that.
tie.
Why is that
the
so...
guy was flat-chested? I think it would really...
Why is it so difficult for heterosexual men to even, like, approach... Okay, so, you know what I mean? Why is that so bothersome to men?
I don't know,
Well,
but
I think they're horrified and terrified that they'll actually get aroused by it.
I know that sounds mature and everything,
some
but
may be that way.
I've been straight my whole life, except for a 4-year period between 1979 and 1983. And I'm really not interested in guys. I just couldn't be less interested in them physically. I love guys, and I wish I was gay. I really, truly do, because I love spending time with guys. I love hanging out with guys, and I'm always looking for another excuse to hang out with a guy rather than a woman. But blowing that guy's where I draw the line, and I'm just not physically interested in guys. But I really do love guys.
But why is it so sort of mind warping? You know, why is it so impossible
I find
to
it
conceive
just
of?
repugnant. And I don't know why, because I don't mind straight porn, and I don't
right.
mind a.
You're into stump porn. You're into all kinds of weird stuff, and
do not knock stump porn until you've tried it. I don't mind a rare steak. You know, I'm not grossed out that easily.
right.
I'm
so
really
what is
not.
it about this?
I don't know. It seems very.
Maybe why we idealize women so much that any act that doesn't include them is like, ooh.
All I know is, I've said this many times, I want a barrier in the porn store between the straight porn and the gay porn, because I can just walk along that aisle and I am fixed. I'm locked onto the porn, and I keep walking and I keep drifting and I keep drifting, and I'm looking, into the Asian and the big bust and the amateur video, and all of a sudden I've drifted into the gay section. But I'm not aware of it yet, because I'm still seeing a lot of penis and flesh and sweat. And then I examine it a little closer, and I see it. And then I'm ruined at that point. I have to run screaming for the therapist's office. I don't even get my car.
I think maybe when you get to the therapist's office, you don't stay long enough.
That's what I should do.
Yeah, I think so.
That's right. I'm going to extend it to 20 minutes next time. Evan is right. We'll take a break. All right. There you go. Evan Handler, thank you very much for coming in.
My pleasure.
It's Like You Know, Wednesday night, 8:30, ABC. Do watch it. It's a good show. Thanks for coming in. We had a good time with you.
It wasn't an abnormal amount of pleasure I had, but it was my pleasure.
Say hi to Jennifer for me.
I certainly will.
She'll know what I mean. All right. So,
My stern but groovy master, Adam.
My stern but groovy master. I'm going to have to remember that one.
So right, Adam?
It's not so good. Until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying,
Well, now. This has been Loveline. The stuff expressed on Loveline is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.